Hello everyone, what is poppin'? We are here today, back on Pokemon Showdown for another OU live. I have returned from my vacation trip. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you all are having a happy holidays, enjoying your time during this holiday season. Now today I have a team that I made built around another suggestion from my last video. It's going to be a Hitmonlee team. I made a Hitmonlee Hyper Offense squad. It's a really fun team built around Leechy Berry, Unburden, Hitmonlee with Endure. So you can Endure, get into that berry range, activate your berry, and activate Unburden, which will double your speed. And it hits extremely hard with Reversal. Like, I've O-code so many different mons from full HP. I've O-code Tangrowth from full HP. I've O-code, like, I don't know, Salamence. I remember O-coding a Salamence from full HP with Reversal. It was crazy. This thing hits extremely hard, so I'm very excited to be able to use this Pokemon, and I'm hoping it puts in work in this video with Knockoff and Poison Jab. So Knockoff gets rid of items and stuff. It hits ghost types and things that Reversal doesn't hit, and Poison Jab mainly for like fairy types like Finny, Coco, Clefable, and stuff like that. I don't know. Basically, and also I guess other opposing Lele's. It's good coverage options overall, I'd say, but Reversal Endure is really sort of the main focus of this set here, with the Adamant Nature to hit as hard as we can, and Leechy Berry to give us a +1 attack. We have Tapu Lele, which is there for the purpose of getting up Psychic Terrain. Hitmonlee has a really tough time versus priority users like Water Shuriken, Bullet Punch, and whatnot. So Lele's terrain is always nice, and I've given it a terrain extender so that it can sort of like, a Weather Rock will boost or extend the turns of weather. Similar to that, with terrain extender, we'll extend our terrain out a bunch more, so Hitmonlee can really sort of not get its terrain stall down too easily, while also being able to avoid priority. And it's nice because it can keep terrain on the field, which will boost Psyshock damage, as well as Hoopa Unbound's attacks. And Hoopa Unbound here, I mean, it'll boost the psychic power, which is really nice. It's a sort of a mixed AV attacking set, and it's pretty cool. A nice Pokemon to pair with Tapu Lele, with I guess a terrain abuser, in the sense of having Tapu Lele to set up terrain and Hoopa Unbound to abuse it, sort of. And we have Aerodactyl, which is going to be my lead in most scenarios. I have here a Stealth Rocker set with Focus Sash. It's pretty nice. It can get up rocks really easily, taunt stuff. Tailwind is also a good option too, so that we can have like fast Lele, fast Hoopa, and things like that. And even like Thundurus doesn't even need to set up an agility if there's Tailwind. It can just Nasty Plot and attack stuff. So that's always nice. Speaking of Thundurus, we have here a Z move user, which is Electrium Z. I was kind of like debating on this slot because I was running Porygon Z before. I tried a whole bunch of different sets or different Pokemon in this slot here, but I stuck with Thundurus for now because it's a really solid mon, and I think that it can put in work. It has an electric immunity with Volt Absorb, so that's always nice. Finally, a Ditto, which is there just so because of the team is so offensive, right? Having an anti-sweeping Pokemon in Ditto, where it can copy any Pokemon that tries to set up on us, is always nice with a team such as this. So that's gonna be the squad. Let's go ahead and see if Hitmonlee can put in work, and I'm very excited for it. Hopefully it can. Hopefully it can. I definitely want to see Hitmonlee put in as much work as possible. So as you can see, we have here, I've been kind of testing out here and there a little bit before recording. So as you can see, we have a team with Coco, Lele, and a couple birds. Best defogger, you already know. I'm just going to lead Aero though. Aerodactyl is of course going to be the best lead. Getting up rocks is always nice, and being faster than everything on his team, bar any kind of Choice Scarfer, is always great too. It is a speed tie versus this, but I'm just going to set up rocks anyways. He does get off the attack first, which is alright, I guess. I'll taunt here, preventing him from getting up rocks as he just U-turns out, which is perfectly fine. And we have rocks on our side, so I mean, this is a suicide lead anyways. It's a Pokemon that will just set up and get knocked out. Tapu Lele comes in, so that's always fine because I know that Hoopa can live an attack. I could just go into it and Hyperspace Fury this thing. I could also go Thundurus and just Z-move, but he has a Landorus anyways, so I will go Hoopa. I will go Hoopa here. Just go for the Hyperspace, which will definitely 100% knock it out. I'm pretty sure. Like, his only other good switch-in is going to be Landorus. So he doesn't really have another good switch into this thing. I could also Gunk Shot here, but I still think Hyperspace is better. We will eat that up guaranteed because of the AV. Knock it out in one hit. So Tapu Lele is gone, which is always nice. He brings in one of his U-turners. So he could probably U-turn here. I could just go into my Thundurus, which I think I will. And he gets off a defog, so I guess that's okay. It's not too bad. I'm just gonna HP Ice here. Actually, well, my Aero is faster, so I know that Thunderous will also be faster. So I could literally just Thunderbolt if I want to. And nothing really is stopping me from doing that. His team is very, very weak to this Pokemon, and he can't really knock off my Z move, so we're just gonna knock this thing out in one hit. Zard comes out here, which leads me to believe that he is indeed Zard X. Otherwise, why would he bring out this Pokemon? And he can't really set up either because I have a Ditto. So it's probably gonna be in my best interest to sack Hoopa because he has Pokemon that will just beat this thing. He will Flare Blitz. Yep, perfect. I think I could, well, so Landorus is kind of at full, so I don't think I can really bring in Hitmonlee too effectively. I could just go into my Ditto, and I could Dragon Claw here, or Flare Blitz would also kind of work. But he would, in theory, go Coco, so I'm just gonna Flare Blitz here. Or he goes Landorus. Okay, so I mean, we hit it for a lot more damage, and that's decent damage. He's Rocky Helmet, so I think he would want a U-turn. So I'll go Thunderous here, as he actually sets up Rocks, which is not bad at all. Not bad at all. So I could HP Ice. I'm pretty sure HP Ice into Z move might knock out Zard. I think it will. So I'm just gonna HP Ice here. As he goes Zard, right? So let's see, HP Ice, yeah, and I think a Z move will knock this thing out. Yep, that's gone. Alright, cool. Empoleon comes out here. Like, I don't know what this thing's gonna do. I could just Thunderbolt here, honestly. That actually ate it up really well. He actually might be AV Empoleon. He actually might be AV. But weakening this thing is always fun. I can go into my Lele now. Tapu Lele, to be precise. And just Psyshock here to knock him out. He doesn't really have that many great switch-ins. And we can probably see Hitmonlee come through in the end. Goes into Tapu Koko. I guess I could go Ditto. Or just stay in with this thing. Like, he doesn't have any priority anyways. So I might as well just stay in. Okay, he gets a crit. That's okay, I think. Although it does put me in range of I get knocked out by rocks. So yeah, he would go Landorus here, obviously. But I wonder how much damage he's gonna do. Decent amount. Moonblast will definitely take this thing out. But he goes back into Coco. He's just weakening everything for Hitmonlee. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I might as well just just win. Like right now. I goes Landorus, okay. Well, this should allow me to go into my Ditto. And I will be a scarfed Landorus right now. Yeah, I will be scarfed, which is awesome. I could U-turn here to try to activate my Hitmonlee. I'm going to Endure. I could also knock off here, which might not be a bad play, because he also has Rocky Helmet, right? So I'm just gonna click knock off. Get rid of this mon here. Tapu Koko comes in. I'm just gonna Endure myself into that range and knock him out with a reversal to win the game. So great game, solid game. Seeing Hitmonlee put in work in the end. Usually when Hitmonlee is on a team, you would generally want to see this Pokemon in late game. It's not always too wise to bring it out early on. All right, this guy has actually Aurora Veil. Okay, so that is interesting. I think I'm just going to lead probably Aero in this scenario. Once again, of course, getting up rocks is probably really nice, like much nicer than trying to taunt this thing. I could also Stone Edge, like if this thing is Light Clay, it'll get O-code, but he could be sashed. So he does lead Ninetales. So I could just Stone Edge here for a lot of damage. But rocks are always nice too. And he actually switches out to Gliscor, so I can just taunt this thing right after. This is his only potential rocker as well. So making sure that this thing cannot defog or anything like that, for instance, is always nice. I'm gonna Tailwind here. Gonna just straight up Tailwind. as he goes into Scizor. So I could go hard Lele on the potential Bullet Punch. That would be a fine option, I would think. Could also just Stone Edge here. And what does he do? Let's see. He just goes for the Defog. Ah, so he is Defog Scizor, Defog Mega Scizor. I'm gonna go back into Lele. He tries to Bullet Punch, I block it. And I can probably just knock this out with an HP Fire. Get rid of this Pokemon here. So that's pretty cool. He would go back into Ninetales, I would think. Or he actually goes Coco. Okay. I do have a Thundurus that I can go into. And he might just go for U-turn here, which he does. And probably back into Ninetales, which he does go into right now. I could go hard Aero. And the reason is because I don't want to let him get up screens or anything. Oh, he just freeze dries. I do live though, with Aero's nice bulk, I guess. I can get up my rocks here though, as he freeze dries again. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. We do get rocks up, which is amazing, and we have his Defogger already gotten rid of. So that's cool. I could just go Hoopa, and I think Hoopa can take any hit from this thing. Go right for a Gunk Shot here, as he goes into his Gliscor. Okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I could just go for a Psychic. Get some damage off. He gets up his own rocks. And that is some pretty nice damage. It is some pretty nice damage. He doesn't really have a good switch into this thing either. So the only thing we gotta be careful of is Hawlucha. That thing is a really big threat to this team, especially since my Unburden Pokemon is not faster than his Unburden Mon, and my Ditto can't copy Unburden abilities. So that's why it's a big threat. The only reason that I'm not really, that I haven't really struggled with it too much is just because of the fact that, like he can't really set up on any of my Mons, except for maybe Hitmonlee, which I only bring out late game. He can't really set up on anything. That is some good damage though. Good damage. So he might just set up screens sometime soon. Goes into Coco. I think I can just go here into my Ditto. I think Ditto's fine. As he Dazzling Gleams here, I'm just going to get off a fast Volt Switch. I think is my play. Probably into Lele now. I'll go Lele here. And Psyshock is probably my best play. Hits everything really hard. And probably Oko's the Ninetales because it doesn't have a great defense. Especially after rocks. We can do a lot of damage. And if we can like make it so the terrain sort of wears off, that would be great. He gets up Hail though. How much damage is this going to do? Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Amazing. I would think he'd go back into Coco right now. Oh, he goes Cloyster. Well, I Oko him with Moonblast. I know that for a fact. Yeah, there we go. So he has his Coco left. And here, the way that we don't lose or don't auto lose, I think is simply just to go Hoopa and sack this Pokemon here, right? We sack Hoopa right now. He T-Bolts. We swap the terrain. We swap the terrain right now. And we just go for a simple Psyshock. Should be fine. He will knock us out here, but however, we can just well, I don't want to go back into Ditto because that just that just sets up the terrain for him again. I would think the play is to just go into Thundurus. We should live any hit from Coco, I would think. And you can just knock him out with a Thunderbolt. Hawlucha comes out here. And he, I think, will be faster than us. Unless he's a slower Unburden set. He is faster than us. Okay, perfectly fine. And we go Hitmonlee here. We go for the Endure. We do not knock off his item because then he gets Unburden. Endure. High jump kicks. Yep, puts us in that range. And I believe that reversal should take him out. Yep, there it is. And hitmonlee once again, beating the superior unburden mon in Hoopas. So that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's grab another game. Let's grab another game. This team is definitely putting in a lot of work. I had a lot of success with this team on a different account. But let's grab one more, or of course another one. See how we do once again. All right, so this guy actually has a Sun team. He actually has a Sun team. I think that hitmonlee should be faster than Chlorophyll Venusaur if it's modest. He has no priority except for maybe E-speed on this Zygarde, but we can worry about that with our Lele. Alright, cool. So I'm just gonna lead Thundurus, I think, as he leads Zygarde, so I could probably just straight up Nasty Plot if I want to. 1,000 arrows, this is like banded arrows, I think. In comes Chansey, I could just Z-move here, probably. As he goes back to Zygarde. Okay, okay. Probably E-speed now. But I can still use this to beat him. Yeah, goodbye Chansey. Just get destroyed. Alright, Charizard comes out here. This thing is going to be Zard Y. Definitely going to be Zard Y. So my play is to probably just go Aerodactyl here. Get up my rocks. Get up these nice rocks. And this thing is of course banded. I'm gonna Tailwind up here. Put myself in a position where I can just go into my Tapu Lele and click Moonblasts. Could also Psyshock here, but I think Moonblast is the play. Does not knock it out in one, unfortunately. But Arrows does not knock me out either. I'm gonna go for Psyshock just in case he goes Torkoal, which he does, and do some decent damage to that, at least more decent than the Moonblast. Actually, Moonblast might have been stronger. Because that Psyshock did nothing. Now Moonblast here again. It's about the same. So he got up his own rocks here, which is alright, I guess. What do I do? I'll just Moonblast here, yep. Should be fine. Bulu comes out. I have HP Fire, which I could go for. Get some decent damage off on this thing. And let's see. So I'm not sure what set he is on Bulu, but I think that Hitmonlee gets to come in here and just go for a Poison Jab to knock out Bulu here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Zygarde comes out. He will be faster than me. I sack the Thundurus here, I think. And I go into my Ditto, which will transform. Hit him with the 1,000 arrows as he will E-speed. I get to knock him out though. Venusaur is in. So I have a Hoopa Unbound, which is AV. I think saving Ditto is a decent play, especially for the Zard. So I'm gonna switch out here into Hoopa. He was Zard X. I thought he would be Zard Y. But yeah. He's gonna Z-move. Let's see how much that does. Honestly, yeah, ooh, we live. Okay, nice, nice, nice. I was gonna say that if we didn't get crit by Giga Drain, we definitely would have lived the Acid Downpour if we had gotten knocked out. But we lived anyway with the bulk from Hoopa. Gonna Hyperspace here, which should definitely knock it out. He could just Flare Blitz, but then we can revenge with Ditto, I think. Yeah, and he doesn't have he doesn't seem to have a move where we can knock this out with. That doesn't do much. Yeah, I see, I see. So he could Dragon Dance here if he wants to. Thunder Punch, okay. Get into our berry range. I don't think this knocks him out. I don't think this knocks him out at all though. I'm gonna Endure just to be sure. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I gotta go for it. Oh, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Okay, cool. So I think we won this game. We can just Flare Blitz to knock him. How much did Flare Blitz do? It did 20%. Yeah, we're good. And we can win the game. So that's gonna be GG. Nice, nice. So hitmonlee saved us once again, even though that reversal was like not the strongest. It was like half the power of what reversal should have been. It was 100 where it should have been 200. It's still like, it still put us in the position to win. That's awesome. On to the next one, And we got Sticky Web. Sticky Web squad. Versus webs, we have Aero, which I think is fast. Aero should be faster than Rabambi. So I could taunt him, but I could just go for a, actually isn't this Celebrate Victini? No, it's probably Z Circuitry. So I set up my rocks here. We get up those rocks, nice. And he just sacked his Victini too in the process. We taunt this thing, this is his rocker. Always taunt here. Always taunt. Yep. Get up our Tailwind, I think is the play. Get up some nice Tailwind. As he goes for Rock Tomb. That's fine. I can just go into a Pokemon such as Thundurus. As I'm pretty sure it just OHKOs this. And we have Tailwind up, so we're faster than everything for right now. I just want to type specs, didn't matter. So that he'll just go into this thing. I'll just straight up Z move here so that he can't get up Sticky Webs. Crit did not matter. It's a Z move. Goes into Circuitry. I think I can just Thunderbolt here. I'm pretty sure I can just Thunderbolt. It does probably more. Decent damage, yep. He's gonna do that Z thing, but like, the only problem is, I have a Ditto. I do have a Ditto. I'll go into Lele just so that I can block the priority and whatnot. He can knock me out in one hit. I copy him with Ditto. And I go right for the HP Ice, which should just clean up his team entirely. And that's gonna be GG. So thank you for giving me that circuitry. Thank you very much. This should knock him out as well, I think. Yep. And the last is gonna be that Zygarde. And that's GG. So excellent game. Really quick one at that. Really quick game. This team is actually, it's a really fast-paced team. You get games really quickly, or you go through games really quickly with this team. On to the next one. On to the next one. We got some like Bulu squad with Zygarde, Scizor, and Pex and Mew. Hello. All right. Actually, this is a really bad matchup for us because we have to deal with Mew, Pex, and like a bunch of stuff that Hitmonlee does not appreciate. Hey. Nice. Let me start a timer here. Hopefully we can win this game. But if not, then we will see the power of Hitmonlee in the next game. So Thunder's lead is quite interesting. I mean, I'm just gonna edge here real quick. Just real quick Stone Edge. Which will definitely knock it out. He's actually, ooh, he's Scarfed. He's a Scarfed Thundurus. Very interesting. Maybe I should have just gotten up rocks, but I was afraid of like potential taunt. Because taunt could have been really annoying. But then if he was taunt, then I would have just knocked him out anyways. But he goes Mew. So I can just set up rocks here. And this could be his defogger, I think. He does burn me, but I'm going to taunt him right now. Prevent him from setting up that defog. Go right into my... I could go Hoopa. I could just set up a Tailwind as well. Tailwind's actually pretty nice too. Goes Zygarde. I'm just going to taunt this thing as well. In case he's a sort of setup set. He could also be Banded. Because Banded also kind of makes sense too. Thundurus actually puts in a lot of work. My own Thundurus puts in a lot of work, I would say. I go Lele here, I think. I would assume I go Lele. As he megas, goes right for the knockoff, gets rid of my terrain extender. No! Do not appreciate that. So I'm just gonna HP Fire. Could also go back into... I'm gonna go back into Aero here in case he like switches out in fear of HP Fire. Yup, in a Bulu. Should be fine. I can get up another Tailwind now. And just taunt him. Is he U-turns? So I think at the end of the day, Thunderous will definitely put in the most work, I feel. I taunt him once again, I think. As he's weakening Scizor a bit, which I'm perfectly okay with. Probably just edge here. Just trying to get off a little bit more chip. So this could also be AV Bulu. So it goes Thunderous, okay. Thunderous switch in. I could go into my Ditto, which will be faster than his Thunderous. So he has Incinerate. Ooh. Cool moves, cool moves. So I could just go for the U-turn. Or just Thunderbolt myself. Yeah, just make this thing... Make him have to defog in order to bring it back in. Is really the thing we're gonna do there. So I think at this point I can go into... I could go into my own Thunders. Because if I can weaken this thing a bunch, that'll be really nice. But I'm just gonna Nasty Plot here. And I could probably Z-move now. Like, I don't think he'd go Zygarde. Would make sense for him to do that. Yeah, Bulu comes in. This thing should get nuked. Absolutely obliterated here. He just ate it up. he just completely ate it up. But HPI should definitely take it out now. This is AV for sure. 100%. 100% AV. But if we get rid of Bulu and we get rid of the Thunderous, I think Lele plus Hoopa would have a pretty fun time. In comes Scizor. This thing should get knocked out as well. Ooh, it does not? What? That's crazy. But getting rid of Scizor is nice. Like, I'll take it. HPIs will pick us off now. What was his Stealth Rocker? Did he have one? I actually don't remember. So I could go Hoopa. I could also go into Lele. Could also go Hitmonlee as an option. And save this thing, which I think could be useful. Could definitely be useful. I don't think he'd U-turn here. Yeah, Hidden Power, yep. He should be locked in because he's Scarfed. And I could just Hyperspace Fury right now into any of his switch-ins. It's gonna be Toxapex. So he took that pretty well, and I can just Psychic here to knock him out. Which it definitely, I think, should. And getting rid of Pex is amazing, amazing for Hitmonlee. So let's hope that he does that. He might think I'm Scarfed. Hoopa Unbound. Because that's an option that he might think. Yeah, that's gone. Alright, cool. Really nice. Really, really nice. So Thunderous comes back out here. He would just click U-turn, I would assume. He would just click U-turn. So I guess my best play is to... I could go Ditto on the U-turn. I could definitely do that. I think that's the play. I think going Ditto here is the play. Yep, there's the U-turn. We have copied the Thunderous. As he goes Mew. I could probably just U-turn out here. So I think, do I sack the Thunderous here? Because I could do that. I could sack Thunderous. Which I don't think I need anymore at this point in time. As he tries to burn me again, so that's cool. I could just Thunderbolt here, or I could Nasty Plot up. Do I live a burn? Actually, I might live a burn. Because he might just Soft Boil here. So maybe I just Nasty Plot up. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful. And I HB Ice here. I think HB Ice was always the play. Because in case he brought in Zygarde there. But we go Lele now. And I Calm Mind up here. So we Calm Mind here. He goes for the Wisp. That's fine. I Calm Mind up again. And I Moonblast twice. And like putting this thing on a, or making this thing gone is phenomenal for Hitmonlee. So I think we sack Lele. I think we sack Lele, or we go Hoopa. Or we go Hitmonlee right now. Yo, I'm going hard Hitmonlee. I'm just going hard Hitmonlee here. And he can't really set up on me either, I think. Because I have a Ditto. But I go back into Tapu Lele right now, I would think. So that I can get my terrain back up. So we go back into this thing. He goes for the Coil. He's actually a Coil set, so we should be faster than him. And we should be able to do a lot of damage to him with Moonblast. And yeah, I think this puts us in a really, really solid position. If he was Dragon Dance, he should have gone for that, but he did go for Coil first. And he's not a 50% berry either, which means that I believe I could go, I think I can go Ditto to knock him out here with the 1,000 arrows. And I'm faster. We're both +1/+1, so it should just be doing the damage of a regular 1,000 arrows to knock him out. Perfect. Last Pokemon is going to be the Thunderous, which we'll be able to not live, but you know, can just go here into Hoopa, finish him off with a GG. Actually, I want to finish him off with Hitmonlee. Let me go Hitmonlee actually, and go for the knockoff. Wanna finish with the Lee. And we go for the knockoff to win the game. So good game, good game. All right, so solid game overall. Let's move on to the next one. So we found somebody that we knew. That's cool. Always fun. All right, we're up against this guy, Grenman. He's at the Greninja. All right, so we're just gonna lead off with the Aerodactyl. Get up these rocks. These rocks are gonna be so nice. If we can keep rocks on the field, especially for Volcarona, it's gonna be amazing. Gets off a T-Bolt. Wins the speed tie probably. Yeah, he does win the speed tie. But now, I'm going to win the speed tie. Nope. 2 in a row. Lele actually has a pretty solid matchup here. He actually has his own Lele, but we do knock out Coco, which is nice. Which is always, always nice. I would assume that he'd go into his Kartana here. And should he decide to do that, we can go into our Thunderous, which will wall it pretty decently. Gren comes in, so this thing, it could be Protean, it could be Battle Bond. I'm gonna say it's Battle Bond. I'm gonna go off the hunch that it's Battle Bond. And Hydro does a lot. So I could Drain Punch here. I think he could go into, what could he go into? He can go into a lot of stuff actually. He goes Volk, straight up Volk. Bug Buzz is gonna do a lot. Let's see. I'm gonna go into Ditto. And I could probably just knock him out with a Fire Blast. So that thing is gone. And we're in with Scarf Volcarona with the Fire Blast out here. I probably don't want to stay in on this thing, so I'm going to go into my Hoopa. His best attack is to go for Psychic. So he Megas, trades my Magician, goes for Psychic. Yep, perfect, perfect. I can Hyperspace here pretty easily. We eat that up with the AV, knock out the Mega Zam. And what else now? What else? I guess, yeah, Gren comes back in here. He's probably going to try to hit me up with the Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump, yep, there it is. Gets his Battle Bond form activated. I think what I can do is, I think we just go into, yeah, I think we just go Lele here, right? Get the terrain up. I think we just sack the Lele. I think we can win with Hitmonlee. I think there's a way we can win with Hitmonlee. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into it right now. We're gonna hit up that Endure. And of course he misses now. No. Why? I go Ditto. I hit him with the cleanest and the meanest Dark Pulse. And I go back into my Hitmonlee. Alright. It's time. He doesn't have enough turns to knock me out with Shuriken either. So we knock out Kartana. We knock out Tapu Lele with the Poison Jab. I have the Terrain Extender on deck. Dude, that's the power of Terrain Extender. And we reversal to knock him out. And win the game with Hitmonlee cleaning up this man's team. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Alright, so on to the next one. Let's grab maybe one or two more for this video. And it probably gonna be one more because this guy's team is all sorts of fat. Let's see. Lele is not bad in this matchup. It's not bad. I'm gonna lead with it. In case he leads with the Mega Sableye. So I'm gonna start a timer. Basically, if he does lead Sableye, what we're gonna do is Calm Mind up turn 1, HP Fire turn 2. So yeah, we Calm Mind here turn 1. He'll probably just Protect. Mega Protect is what he'd do, yep. HP Fire here. Oh, Clefable. Psyshock for some damage. He's gonna be the Protect set, I think. I'm a Psychic. Go right for the Hyperspace now. And knock it out. Nice. Excellent, excellent. Psychic because the Clefables that are unaware, they run max defense, max HP, max defense. So Psychic would have done like 90 or something. Under terrain, of course. Nice. Okay, so I'll Psychic here. Look at that nice, look at that clean damage. Psychic again should knock him out. But he goes back into Sableye, which is perfectly fine. Which is perfectly fine. I mean, we got rid of Clefable, so I'm okay with that. I'm just going to probably just Moonblast here. As he goes Steela, we just weaken this thing a bit. Every chip counts, every chip counts. I go Aero, I think. As he goes for a Flamethrower. Got some damage. I go into my Thundurus now. And I think just Nasty Plot to win. Pretty sure we just Nasty Plot up and win this game. Actually, maybe not. HP Ice, yep, on the Hippo, perfect. So I just got to stall out this sand a bit. Steela will come back and probably protect, and I can't let that happen. And I have to make sure the sand wears off too, which is quite annoying. I guess I do go Aero. Yeah, and I get my rocks up. Nice, nice. That's really what I needed there. Those rocks are definitely what I needed. Okay, okay. So I could Leech Seed and put Celesteela on a timer. That could definitely work. There are 2 turns of sand left. Could also just go into, yeah, I could also go Ditto. Yeah, I'm just gonna Leech Seed here. I think Leech Seeding is the play. And force him to get off a defog. I mean, yeah, I could do that, I guess, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. If he knocks off my item, that's cool too on this Pokemon. But I'll just go Lele anyways. Knocks off my Terrain Extender. It's fine. I can go Hoopa. Hyperspace should 2 KO this thing, I think. Even if he burns me, that's fine. Yeah, this should definitely be a 2 KO. He recovers, that's okay. All I need to do is just knock this thing out. Yeah, he'll knock me out here. Knockoff from Ditto should knock him out too. No, but we're in a position right now where we can just win, I think. We can literally just win by going into Thunderous and just T-bolting a couple of times. I think we just win the game. Yeah, we should be able to just win here. Just gonna hope that we can knock out this thing with a Z move. And we are able to land that Z move. He didn't go for the protect, which is nice. Volcarona comes in. We have a Ditto also in the back there too. We can just knock this out with T-Bolt. Does not knock it out though. Ooh, okay. Okay. So what do we do? How do we win this game? I mean, I think we're kind of forced to go for the Bug Buzz. He goes Mantine to try to defog, I think. Oh, this is a bit tough. This is a bit tough for sure. It's gonna come down to the wire. Get our health back. Put this thing on a timer as well. Does he have defog on this thing? Yeah, he does have defog. So he would go for that, I think. Puts me on a timer as well. We go for the knockoff here. Get rid of his leftovers. Scalds me, do not burn me please, because I can knock you out with Poison Jab. But I still knock you out with Poison Jab, I think. So, and we will get into our Salic Berry range. So I'm gonna go for Poison Jab to knock him out. Not Salic Berry, sorry, Lychee Berry. We get into that Lychee Berry range, activate it, get the speed boost, and knock him out with a 100 power reversal. And that's gonna be GG, it is Emvee. So that's very solid, and I think we're gonna end it off there. Hope you all enjoyed this live. This team put in so much work, and Hitmonlee, like you can see, late game Hitmonlee is just such a threatening mon. You don't really, a lot of people don't expect it, but I guess some people do. But it's a really solid mon, and I think with the right support, because this Pokemon doesn't really work too well on its own, but if you pair it with like Lele and maybe even Terrain Extender so that you block priority and have a bunch of other mons that can go with it, I think it'll be really solid. So that's gonna be it from me. Thank you everybody for watching. Let me know what you guys think and want to see next. I'll see you all on the next video. Peace.